Hello, I'm Charles Gross.
And I'm Leslie Hoban Blake.
This is Two on the Aisle First Impressions, and tonight we are talking about
Bernhardt, Hamlet, which is really Janet McTeer. It's the new play by Teresa Rebeck.
I mean, Sarah Bernhardt isn't in it?
Sarah Bernhardt is in it, yes. No, it's the lovely Janet McTeer getting to do another pants role.
Right. Basically, she is Sarah Bernhardt, legendary actress, attempting Hamlet, facing discrimination because girls aren't supposed to play Hamlet, and a few other things.
Yes.
My problem with this play is several. Number one, it does lack focus. I mean, supposedly the plot is a woman isn't supposed to play Hamlet, but it goes on into a lot of other tangents.
What it gets is a lot of history. This is my period, and I know all about this, and I know all about Bernhardt. The one thing I didn't know about was Rebeck gives her a subplot with a love affair with Edmond Rostand, who wrote Cyrano. That part wasn't true.
Right.
But
and in fact, Cyrano somehow manages to make its way into this play.
it does, and it makes its way in by way of Dylan Baker, who's one of our favorite actors, who gets to play the ghost in Hamlet and Cyrano in the same show, and Coquelin, who was the very famous French actor. This is directed by Moritz, and I'm going to heaven help me, Stulpnagel. That's as good as it's going to get. But he won an award last year, and he's a really up-and-coming director, and we're going to see him again at Playwrights Horizons with a play by a young Native American playwright. So a lot going on in this play. Beautiful set by Beowulf Bard.
A little too much going on. That's the problem. And Janet McTeer gives a very relatively subtle performance of an actress who was known for being bigger than life.
I didn't find it to be subtle. I totally disagree with you. I didn't find it to be subtle. I thought she was as large as she needed to be.
Not if you're playing Bernhardt.
No, she couldn't be as big as Bernhardt and get away with it today. There's film at the Museum of Bernhardt who was enormous. She couldn't be that big, but she was as big as you can be. Well, for me, she was. All right, so we disagree on that. We'll agree to disagree.
But we both enjoy Dylan Baker in this.
I enjoyed the whole play.
To me, the play, there were just a few scenes where it came. I love the Cyrano scene, but if you have to drag Cyrano in it, then you have a problem with the material. It was actually a scene from Cyrano. I love the scene where Bernhardt and her adult son meet. To me, that was the most interesting part of the play.
He was actually a ne'er-do-well who robbed her blind and used all her money
Okay, well,
all the time. So,
that doesn't come out here, though.
It makes him look like a nicer person. But anyway, we will go into this in much greater detail.
Right. Bottom line is enjoyable, but not much more than that, at least for me.
No, I just think you got to go see Janet McTeer whenever you can see Janet McTeer, especially when she's in a pants role. She's marvelous.
Okay. And this is Two on the Aisle, First Impressions.